Guys, how's it going? Welcome to another episode of the PlayStation 3 News. I hope all my American buddies out there had a happy and safe 4th of July. And jump right into it here. It seems for you little Big Planet fans who are also Ghostbuster fans will be very happy. Media Molecule has hinted that Ghostbusters downloadable content will be coming to the Little Big Planet. I'll let you know on any details when they release them. And also, if I'm saying this correctly, Dissidia Final Fantasy has been dated for the UK territories, and that would be September 4th. So mark on the calendars if you're looking forward to that. And also, this is a story relevant to what I've been talking about for a long time. A lot of people talk about is Valve's, feeling toward the PS3. Now, as you remember, Valve first started out way back in the day that they said they hated the PS3. They said that the PS3 would fail right out the door, blah, 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 blah. But then it started turning around, and the president of Valve started saying how he was hurt personally on how the PS3 owners got such a bad port of the Orange Box. He says that it, does not represent the quality of Valve, and they said that he was hurt that it wasn't getting support from Valve, and it was running at half the frame rate as 360, blah, 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 all that. But then, after, before that, though, even, they had an advertisement on Valve's website, a job offering, they're looking for PS3 developers and programmers to be hired. So in a recent interview, Doug Lamarty has stated that the company is still up for the idea for developing for the PS3, but they're looking forward to, they're waiting to get a very talented PS3 developer dev team. So they want to make sure they have a real good dev team before they start making games on the PS3. And so we're not going to see Left 4 Dead 2 on PS3, but we could be seeing Left 4 Dead 3, any other games they got, and hopefully, I'm really hoping, Half-Life 2 Episode 3 on the PS3. But not only will it come to the PS3, but it will be from Valve with their quality of games, because they are really good with their quality, and also the full support of Valve. He said that he wanted to give full support to the PS3 owners, which means patches, bug fixes, downloadable content, all that, and make sure it's running equally, like 60 frames a second instead of a hashed port. And again, he stated since it's harder to develop for the PS3, he didn't want it to be a port. He wanted to make it for the PS3 from the ground up. That's why he wants his own development team and programmers for Valve. So hopefully they get a talented team soon, because I really want some of those games on the PS3. And you movie buffs out there who really love Resident Evil, they have announced that a new Resident Evil film is in production and will be out by 2010. But moving on here with Suda51 and Marvelous Entertainment, they hinted at No More Heroes heading to the PS3 and the 360. If you know that No More Heroes is an exclusive title for the Wii, currently I think they're making No More Heroes 2 or something. But they stated that they need to move to other platforms to expand the series to new possibilities. And by new possibilities, I mean probably more stuff to do within the game, higher graphics, everything like that, and by doing that, they need some more powerful hardware, hence the PS3 and 360. And also, if I'm also pronouncing this right, Maloof Money Pack is coming to Skate 2, a new downloadable content. It will be coming July 9th, and it will be set for only $3, real cheap. And it's going to have it's going to offer different gameplay events, both online and off. And also, Capcom Classics Collection Remixed has been launched on the PlayStation Network, where they have their own section and they're releasing all their classic Capcom games. And what's great about that, for you guys who love the older classic Capcom type games, you would love that soon, not in this order, but coming later, they said, these are the games you can expect to see on there. Resident Evil 2, Resident Evil 3 Nemesis, and Dino Crisis. So, if you're a fan of any of those, you can look forward to those coming soon. Also, Red Faction Guerrilla. There's been a lot of mixed reviews on it, but for those of you who really enjoy the game and love destroying stuff, you'll be happy to know they have announced 3 downloadable content packs coming to Red Faction Guerrilla. The first of which that they have detailed is going to be called Demons and Badlands, and it's going to boast a new single-player arc set in a new part of Mars that wasn't available when the game launched. So you're going to get a whole new area in Mars with a whole bunch of new stuff to explore and destroy. Now this is probably the biggest news I gotta talk about. Some huge news. I've had a lot of people been asking me about backwards compatibility, any news on that with the PS3, and like I've told you, you can trust me, I will definitely keep you up to date on it. And this is huge news for you guys. Sony has patented an emotion engine simulator for the Cell. Now, what it's going to do is that it's going to allow full backwards compatibility in all PS3s via a firmware update. Now, basically, what makes this different from, let's say, the launch PS3s, the 60 gig and the launch 60s, and like the 80 gigs when it came out, even though those are backwards compatible, like instead of actually just playing the games on the PS3, seeing as how this will actually use the Cell itself, the really powerful CPU to run the PS2 games, that could mean, it's not guaranteed or anything, but it could mean that the PS2 games would be, upscaled to higher res textures or more anti-aliasing, and games like Shadow of the Colossus or some other games that really push the PS2 will have a lot higher frame rates. Like, I mean, can you imagine playing Shadow of the Colossus with like a bunch of anti-aliasing, higher res textures in HD at 60 frames a second? That would be awesome. And what's great about it is the rumor is that it could be coming in the next few weeks. God, I hope this is true. But they have patented for it, so it could happen. Let's cross your fingers with me. I'm hoping it happens. And also a little bit of news about Uncharted 2. For those of you guys, you all know it has multiplayer and it also has co-op. So a lot of people were asking, hey, is there going to be local co-op, offline, multiplayer in any way? Naughty Dog has stated that there will be no offline multiplayer for Uncharted 2. So it's only going to be online. And also, racing fans, Gran Turismo 5, you remember E3 and saw the trailer to that, which looks amazing. Now they have Damage, finally. Sony promises Gran Turismo 5 will release this physical year. And I'll definitely keep you updated on the date for that. And also, the PSP Go might actually be more powerful than we actually thought. As they stated that the PSP Go's processor is actually can be maxed out to 480 megahertz, and the original or the current PSP 3000 is only at 333 megahertz. Now, some of you might say, oh, 100 some odd megahertz jump, that really won't do much. Actually, it'll do a lot, because if you remember, if you ask anyone who actually owned the original PSPs when they came out and everything, even though they could run at a max of 333 megahertz, they were locked, actually I should say, only at like 200 something megahertz. And when the firmware update was released and unlocked it to 333, the games looked so much better. They ran so much more smoothly. So the PSP Go at launch will be locked at 333 megahertz, but maybe sometime down the line they'll release a firmware update that will unlock it to 480 megahertz, and the games will look even better and run even better. And if that's true, I will probably pick up a PSP Go rather than a regular PSP, because me personally, I just love to have the best that I can get when it comes to technology. Hence another reason why I got a PS3. I love to have the best and most powerful stuff. And also, Sony's motion tech, remember all the motion controllers and the PSI they were using now, all that? It seems it's more capable than a lot of people thought. Sony has released on their demos that the PSI could actually use any objects as weapons. Any objects in your house you could use as weapons, not just the stick as a controller. Just like the Natal, if you remember the Natal, you actually be able to take any object, say like a soda can, and the PSI would scan it, and in the game it will turn into a grenade. So you could hold that soda can like a grenade and toss it just like a grenade, or you can use a book as an object in there. I mean, the possibilities are endless. Can you imagine like puzzle games or even fighting games like that? That would be awesome. And last bit of news here, it seems Alpha Protocol has got a release date. Alpha Protocol launches October 6th. So mark down encounters, and that's pretty much been going on this week. Some pretty positive news, pretty great news, very exciting about that backwards compatibility. I want you to rate, comment, subscribe, and I'll catch you guys next week. All right, take it easy, be safe, peace.